This is Tier 3, Lesson 1, Graphs. So I want to use my calculator to find all these characteristics of this quadratic. So the first thing I want to find is my maximum. So I go to Menu, Analyze, Maximum, click, click. Then I want to find the minimum, Menu, Analyze, Minimum, click, click. Now I want to find my x-intercepts. The other name for x-intercepts is zeros, and you can see that there's 3 of them. There's 1 0 here, here, and here. So I'm going to start with this one. And then my y-intercept. Well, there's only one y-intercept at 0, 1. And we know that because if we plugged in 0 for x, well, that would be 0, that would be 0, that would be 0, and we'd just be left with 1. And now I can use all of this to find everything else. So I'm going to start with my domain, which is all possible x values. So you can see that this graph goes down forever and it goes to the left forever. So now for our domain, it goes to the left forever. So from negative infinity, and then it goes up forever and to the right forever. So on our x-axis to positive infinity. So our domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. For range, we're looking at the y-axis, so we want to see how low does the function go. Well, it goes down forever, and it goes up forever. So negative infinity to positive infinity. Then we want to do increasing intervals, so this means going up. Okay, not to be confused with positive, which is above the x-axis. We still are confusing those. So where is it going up from? Well, you can see that it starts off by going up, so from negative infinity, and it stops going up here on our x-axis at negative 1.9. And then it starts decreasing, going down until we get to this point. So it's decreasing from this negative 1.09 until that 0.761 right here on the x-axis. So decreasing. And notice, right, we're increasing from our maximum to our minimum. That's why we're using these values. Then from here at 0.761, it's increasing the rest of the function, right? It's going up for the rest of the function. So from 0.761 to a positive infinity. So we're increasing union 0.761 to infinity. So positive and negative. As we start reading the graph from negative infinity, it's negative. It's below the x-axis from negative infinity until negative 1.93. So remember, it started off negative from negative infinity to negative 1.93. And note, we're not using max and minimum, we're using x-intercepts now. Now the graph is positive. It's above from here until here, the next x-intercept. So from negative 1.93 to 0.213. So it's positive from negative 1.93 to 0.213. Now it goes negative again. This chunk of graph is negative from 0.213 to 1.22. So we're negative again, so union 0.213 until 1.22. That matches my intercepts. And then from here at 1.22, it's positive above the x-axis for the rest of the function. So from 1.22 until positive infinity. So union until positive infinity. And last but not least, we need to write our end behavior. So let's start by writing our sentence. As x approaches, and let's start with negative infinity, y approaches, and let's look. So as x gets smaller and smaller and smaller, y gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So as x approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity. And then our second one, as x approaches positive infinity, y approaches, so as x gets bigger and bigger and bigger, y gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So as x approaches positive infinity, y approaches positive infinity as well.